Hello everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another tabletop review video. Today we're looking at the Crosman 2240, which is a CO2 .22 caliber pellet pistol. Now I have not shot this exact gun yet, but did own a custom modified version with an RJ machine bolt, longer barrel, and wood grips. And I've also reviewed similar products, pump versions in .177 caliber, and my backpacker, which is a similar product, but with a pump as opposed to CO2, but they do share a lot of similar characteristics. I will be doing a field test video shortly, so stay posted for that. Now this product is available in our Canada Replica Airgun store at under $100 Canadian at the time of this video. Now let's get into some specifications. It's a mostly metal constructed gun with a little bit of plastic, as you'll find in the grips, a little bit on the sight, so the sights front and rear are plastic with some metal in them. This gun uses a single 12-gram CO2 cartridge. It shoots .22 caliber pellets. I prefer lead pellets. Personally, that's my choice. It has a single shot bolt action setup. The barrel length is 7.5 inches or 190.5 millimeters or 19 centimeters. You're going to find a rifled metal barrel. The total length of the gun is 10.75 inches or 27.3 centimeters. The Crosman 2240 weighs in at 1.81 pounds or 821 grams, and the trigger is single action only with a pull weight of about 3.88 pounds. You're going to find a post front sight and a notch rear sight that's fully adjustable. You'll also find a cross bolt safety, and this product has a claimed FPS up to 460. Pretty sure you'll get close to that even with a fairly heavy grain .22 caliber lead pellet. Now this gun is made mostly in the USA with some foreign components added to it, and it does come in a cardboard box with the manual. Let's take a quick look. It's a pretty basic box, right? On the back, information. If you want to freeze that, you can. Take a look at everything on there. So we have some French and English. Probably want to check the French side out. Right. So there you go. Perfect for plinking, target shooting, backyard fun. 460 FPS. All right. In the box, you're going to find an owner's manual. It's just one of these kind of fold out ones, which are near impossible to fold back up. But this one shouldn't be too bad because it's only a few leaves. All right, we'll see what we can see here. So you do have what looks to be two different languages. So we have some of the parts breakdown, and you can see here that you got this version just happens to be the pistol version, but you can see you can add different stocks on them. Okay, make it into totally different guns, and that's part of the customization of this gun. There's so many aftermarket parts out there, bolts, barrels, stocks, sighting systems, you name it. There's tons of available products for upgrading this Crosman 2240. And as you can see, it's not really a replica in general. I'm going to compare it to something similar, not a Crosman product. I was going to compare it to some other Crosman pistols, but I thought this would be kind of a neat comparison. This is the Diana Chaser, and it's a bolt action CO2 operated gun. This one happens to be .177 caliber. You can actually put a magazine in this one that helps you load it a little quicker. You still have to work that bolt between each shot. This one has, similar type sights, right? Post front, notch in the rear, fully adjustable. Just this one's very high quality. It's going to be a lot more money. I can't remember the exact price, but it does the same thing. It's a CO2 operated pellet pistol with a bolt action. This gun is just a little bit more refined. Some nice parts. If you buy this gun, you don't have to do all the upgrades that you would have to do with the Crosman over time. But at least, if you buy into the Crosman 2240, you can upgrade it over time as your budget allows for it. All right, let's take a quick look around and then we'll get into the pros and the cons. So it's a fairly lightweight gun, a lot of metal. This gun goes back decades when the first one was produced. Sorry, my light just went off. And we're back in business here. So you have a brass bolt, but again, this whole bolt area here, this breech area can be replaced. Then you can get ones that have like different dovetail rails on them. if you want. There is a way to attach a barrel or a scope to this barrel, but it's not ideal. It's better to attach it to a custom piece back here. You'll see you do have adjustable rear sights, and that's for elevation, and then you have some side-to-side windage. It's not super easy to adjust. It's not like a notch system. You have plastic sight on the front. You've got your barrel opening there, right? You have a nice, fairly thin metal trigger. It's very, very nice. It's nice and light, short take up. Then you have your safety there. Okay, ambidextrous type grips. They're the same on both sides. They work quite well. And then you have some more information there. Serial number. Okay. Put your CO2 in the front. This goes in there. Again, there's that crossbolt safety. That metal trigger, fairly thin, but you can get different triggers as well, different grips. Again, this gun is fully customizable, longer barrels, you name it. All right, let's go over some of the pros and the cons. Well, it's a very inexpensive target pistol at well under $100 at this time, and it's known to have very good accuracy. I've shot similar versions of this gun in the past, and it's very accurate. And the CO2 system allows for pretty quick follow-up shots, as no pumping is required. Just got to load a pellet, work that bolt, and you're back into shooting some more rounds. It does have a mostly all metal construction and a fairly long rifled barrel, so that's going to come in handy. The sights are fully adjustable, and it does have a nice, really short and light single action trigger. Now, it would be pretty good in my opinion for small pest control because of the .22 caliber round. That's traveling at just under 500 FPS. So as long as you've got this gun figured out, shot placement, if you're going to get a nice headshot or up in the shoulder area or wherever you're shooting that small little pest or rodent, then you should be able to do it fairly humanely, as long as you're shooting at relatively closer ranges. And there's, again, lots of mods and upgrades available for this gun from Crosman and other companies that make those upgrades and mods. And again, I like the grips. I'm right-handed. It feels good in my hand. The way I hold it, I'm sure in the left hand it would be just the same. All right, a few cons. The trigger is a bit thin, but again, it can be upgraded and there's not much weight you need or trigger pull you need to enforce on that trigger. So even though it's thin, it doesn't feel too horrible. The sights are fully adjustable, but a bit hard to adjust. And again, those sights are pretty much mostly all plastic. Now, the Crosman 1022 does require CO2 as no pumping is needed, so that will be affected a little bit by cold weather temperatures. That'll slow down the velocity a little bit. All right, again, this gun is available in our Canada Replica Airgun store over at replicairguns.ca for a little bit under $100 at the time of this video. I don't believe it's in stock in the US, but that could change at any time. So I'll put links in the description to buy it in both stores over at replicairguns.ca for Canada and replicairguns.us for the US. If you're interested in other products, we have a whole bunch of stuff in both those stores. We have air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories. All right, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, take care.